Hello and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and this live tarot love reading for Aquarius today. This is the Aquarius Love Chronicles Ep.2, and we're going to take a look at a love connection that Aquarius has with someone in their life. All right, guys, so take a moment to sit back, take a deep breath. You're here for a tarot reading. I'm going to begin to just do a little shuffle of your cards. I've already shuffled the deck, cleared the deck, and shuffled the deck before filming. So let's get right into it. Jumpy cards for you tonight, Aquarius. Just as a caveat, I always say at the beginning of all my videos that this reading is not going to resonate with everyone, okay? So, and if it does resonate with you, it may only just be a small portion, and that's fine. Whatever doesn't apply to you, just leave it on the table. This could also resonate for someone who has Aquarius in their chart. Could be your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or your Mars. So you don't have to be a sun Aquarius to resonate with this reading. Wow, cards all over tonight. So let's move Aquarius over here and get ready to cut your deck. All right, straight out, the Hermit. The Sun for you, Aquarius. The High Priestess. Okay, three major arcana, Queen of Cups. Nice. Your person, King of Cups, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, and Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck. We have a Three of Pentacles, okay? So a lot of work for some of you Aquarius right now. Work is definitely impacting your love connection with this person. But let's get right into it. Aquarius, right away. Okay, I'll wait to make my judgment. But Hermit energy, you're coming in with Hermit energy. Virgo energy here, right? And so some of you may be having Virgo in your chart, somewhere in your birth chart, or you may be dealing with a Virgo. Nevertheless, you're coming in with a real solitude, a real hermited energy, a real sort of in your own space energy. You're going through, and you can do this, Aquarius. This is absolutely one of your trademarks as your sign. You really can just get into your own head and really not have any time for anybody else. You know, it's just like you and your thoughts, your art, your work, whatever it is that you're doing, and just chugging along in that regard. And so you're coming through with this hard energy, like this hard energy of being sort of self-sufficient and on your own. King of Cups is how your person is coming in. This is somebody who they covet you, right? What I'm feeling here is this is somebody who loves you, they covet you. You have a connection with this person. I'm not necessarily sure it's a full-on love connection right now, but there's a love, there's definitely a feeling that they have of, not possessive, but protective. They have a protective feeling towards you. They have, they look on at, they look in on you, they check on you, they keep abreast of everything that you're doing. They're hyper aware of where you're at, how you're feeling, what you're doing. And this is an energy that they're bringing into this week as well. So now how you guys see each other, do you guys like each other? This feels like a developing love connection. You see them and you just feel, you feel good, you feel warm, your heart is warmed, you feel radiant when you see them, and they feel a certain sense of bliss with you. They feel like they're happy with you, they're happy in your presence. This is a deep satisfaction that you both have with each other. Now, I want to say that deep in your heart of hearts, you know that there's a relationship looming here with this individual. I just don't think it's sprung yet. Right? But it's there. All the makings are there. The energy is there. You guys feel it. But for some reason, it hasn't happened yet. And it could very well be because your person is involved. Okay? Let's keep it real. Eight of Cups energy. Your person may be involved with somebody. They may have to end something. Or they may have to deal with something that they're already in. Let's go ahead and first clarify some of this energy of how you guys are coming in. I want to see that Hermit. Wow, Four of Wands. This is a love connection. This is a destined love connection that is coming in strong. It's fresh. It's new. You're coming right out of a solitary period. I think you've gone through some immense healing recently, Aquarius, for your person. Oh, and they're definitely like reevaluating everything. They're reevaluating their life, what they've put their energy into. I definitely feel, Aquarius, that this is a person who may be married or just, coming out of a marriage, or involved with somebody that they are just not happy with. They see you, they love you. Yes, Six of Swords. They want a victory with you, right? They want something with you. This is a slightly sticky. I need that yeah, there you go. I knew it. I needed that Eight of Cups to be clarified. We have Four of Cups, Eight of Cups together. This is a slightly sticky situation. There's somebody in their life and they're not willing, that person wants their time. They want their energy. They want to give them a cup of love. They don't want it. Your person is like, I'm not really there for it anymore. I'm ready to walk away from this. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It feels like that. Yes, they definitely are having to sort of disentangle themselves from someone. Yeah, Eight of Wands. There's a lot of mixed messages, mixed emotions that may be coming in, but you know the truth. Your high priestess is there. Your high priestess is there letting you know. You know the truth. There's a lot of energy coming in right now. I think from your person, they're definitive, right? King of Cups knows what he wants, okay? He knows what he wants. He can be possessive. He can be jealous, but that's the darker side of him. Here I feel like he knows what he wants. He's looking at you. He wants you. But there are some mixed messages here because I had the strong energy that he's involved. Five of Swords, of course. Comes right out. Bam. Yeah, he's like involved with somebody and they know what's going on. They feel this person pulling away from you, from them. They feel your person pulling away from them. And so there's fighting and arguing and strife. Five of Swords, there's strife because they can feel your person is like, I'm ready to leave. I have somebody else in my sights. And again, it's quite messy in as much as you don't have any reason to feel any guilt or there's nothing that you've done. But it's like you guys have fallen in love. You guys are falling in love with each other. And there happens to be somebody else that needs to be dealt with. The Star. It's just like that. Star energy. This is a dream come true. You guys will have known each other. For some of you, Aquarius, this is a friend of yours that you've known for a very long time. And it's begun to become quite obvious that, in fact, you two are meant to be together. Whether you were involved with somebody at one point, you're not involved with anybody right now. I think you're certainly single, Aquarius. You've been single for quite some time, but your person is involved. And again, these readings can be vice versa, but your person is involved with somebody. But this chemistry and this fire, this very sort of destined energy, I wouldn't be surprised World Cup shows up. This destined energy has been there for quite some time for you guys. And it's now just become really, really obvious that you guys are meant to be together. Right? Your feelings are deep. Seven of Cups. And there's some shadow there, right? Because right now, the dreams that you have are a little bit unrealistic. You guys can't just run off into the sunset together. There is some responsibility. There's something going on here with your person that they just have to deal with before they can be with you. They have to sort this out. And it requires them being completely honest with everybody in their life. And this mess here is going to take a little while. It's just not going to, sort itself out just like that. Okay? Because I feel strongly as well here, Aquarius. This is also, the energy here feels very strong, but it's only just kind of the beginning. It's just the beginning of you guys acknowledging to, like you're both coming to the awareness and the acknowledgement within yourselves, and possibly when you see each other with each other, that there's a there. And there's something that deserves to, to be continued. But right now, but that's just, we're at the beginning of this. Even though it is very strong, it feels very faded and very definite and very full. There's definitely there's a goal and a dream here you have with this person. There's a victory that comes in, but this energy, all of the potential, okay, of this energy is right now forming. It's going to take some time for this to work its way through, for this person to begin, as I said, to disentangle themselves. Listen, if you're dealing with somebody who's married or in a long-term relationship, that stuff takes a long time. People have to move, they have to separate. Sometimes there's court involved, there may be legal issues involved. Now you have a divorce. Listen, it may take some time. And so some of your dreams or ideas about how this is going to play out, be careful that you're not, having King of Cups comes out, having unrealistic expectations. But trust me when I tell you your person is going to make every effort. 8 of Cups comes out twice too. So you have King of Cups twice, and you have 8 of Cups reclarified too. Definitely, your person is definite about wanting to be with you, but they have to take the time to walk away from somebody else. Let me get into your animal spirits. They've taken, listen, this has been coming for a long time as well. This was not sort of like, this doesn't feel like something that just happened and all of a sudden everybody's life is going to be upended for no reason. For some of you, this is somebody you've been working with for a very long time. This is, you know them. You've worked with them for a long time. You developed a rapport and a friendship that goes quite deep. And it's all just coming to a head now. That's how it feels. Now, for some of you, this may be a new person coming into your life. This doesn't have to be somebody you've known for a very long time. The energies are nevertheless the same. This is a real boom of understanding that you guys are meant to be together, that you guys should be together. Show me some animal spirits, please, for these two. Shark, deep emotions. Deep difficult emotions for the shark lying just beneath the surface. And then we have the hummingbird. So the shark, yes, the shark, he lurks beneath the surface, and there are really difficult emotions there that kind of rumble beneath the surface of the water, right? So the shark is water energy, and he's, shark energy reminds us that, if you don't handle the difficult emotions, if you don't handle the difficult sort of truths in any kind of relationship or connection or event, what ends up happening is that they'll erupt like the shark. The shark kind of just goes and goes and goes under the water until it pounces, until it attacks. So, these feelings that are rumbling just beneath the surface, these angers or tensions, etc., that rumble beneath the surface need to be discussed and brought above the surface, above the water, so everybody can, lest they eventually erupt in and of themselves, and you have no control of them, just as the essence of the shark does. All right, so hummingbird energy is there. Also, the hummingbird is beautiful air energy. This is somebody who is very, very resourceful, very sociable. The hummingbird knows all the right places, all the cool places, all the best places to go. You know what I'm saying? It's a really nice social energy, the animal spirit of the hummingbird. Everybody loves their spirit. They're quick-witted, but they bring a sense of calm. It's like when you see the hummingbird flying, and if you see a real hummingbird flying, their wings, flap so fast, and yet they're so still and sort of calm to watch. So this is the energy of the hummingbird coming in for you. You may resonate with either of those energies, but they make a lot of sense here in terms of dealing with emotions that are difficult. I keep saying deep because sometimes they are quite deep, but they're rumbling down there in the deep. And eventually, the closer they get to the surface, you want to have control of them when they erupt rather than to not have control of them, like the essence of the shark. So let's pull out some oracle cards for you as well. Love, so don't be unrealistic about your expectations, right? Your person definitely wants to be with you. This is for sure here. The fighting and bickering and arguing that they're experiencing with the person they're with right now is intolerable. You know, they every second they're not with you, they miss you because this situation. Oftentimes, when this kind of scenario happens, it all gets very intense because you know they want to be with you, they're with somebody they don't want to be, and so now you know generally what happens is like every waking moment they're thinking about you. Every time they're with the person they don't want to be with, they're miserable and unhappy and they fight. This is just the nature of people in love situations feeling as though they're forced to either be with somebody they don't love or forced to be away from somebody they love. And so it always gets quite messy, you know. Spirit of the woods, voices, goblins, spirit of the past, old flame. This is what I'm talking about. Some of you, Aquarius, this is an old flame. Spirit of the woods, voices, goblins, you know, nightmares, mischief, you know what I'm saying? Difficulty, okay? Dark voices, not, listen, all right? Communication, bring it out in the light. Spirit of the past, nostalgia, aching, old flame. Some of you, this is definitely an old flame. What did I say? This is what I'm feeling. For some of you, this has been, it may be an old flame from many, many years ago. It doesn't feel like an XX, like an X. It feels like an old flame, which is very different. You know, old flames, you may not be with them, but it wasn't like a breakup, here's an X. You know, sometimes it's just, you know, life circumstances, you find yourself separated and that's it. And but they remain an old flame. The flame burns. The flame continues to burn. It wasn't extinguished. Spirits of the Fae. Mischief, play, and fantasy. Okay, so for some of you, again, you know, be careful about being too unrealistic. You're playing, you know, you don't want to play with hearts. You don't want to play with feelings. You know, your person also doesn't, you know, be careful not to be played and not to play. The Queen of Cups is there, so you are indulging right now. You know, you're really indulging in this emotional bliss you're having with this individual. But again, be careful because there are other people certainly involved here. There are other hearts involved, other circumstances here involved that really, really, really need to be dealt with before you can really manifest this goal, this plan, this, you know, ultimate dream that you have with your person. Okay. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your live love tarot reading today for your Love Chronicles episode 2, all right? For a connection that you have with someone in your life. I hope you resonated with this. If you didn't, leave it on the table. I hope it gave you some insight. And if you didn't, that's fine. You can check out the general reading that I did this morning for the air signs on my weekly series Tuesday Air, where I read every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And you can join me next week, next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, it's all about air signs. In the morning, 11 o'clock, it's the general reading. And then starting at 6 o'clock, I begin with Gemini, 6:30, Libra, and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have Aquarius every Tuesday. All right, guys? All right, so this is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to be notified, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Subscriptions, they help me. If you want to comment or interact, all of that, we love that here at Bow and Arrow Tarot. But for right now, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all love, life, and happiness. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. Bye-bye now.